Save the Children responds to natural disasters, conflicts, and other humanitarian emergencies across the globe with health, education, and protection programs that address the unique needs of children in crisis. Retro gaming does save the planet, Retro Revelations. It's one of many things that retro gaming can do. Just rolling past 1 a.m. local time for me here. So I'm just curious, chat, what time is it where you guys are? Seeing the diversity in those times kind of makes me happy, knowing we have people here from just all over. Although as a man who has to work tomorrow, I'm a little envious of a few of you. Not that you're not working, just that maybe, you know, you have a little more time.
Oh, we're live. I think. I see Peace Walker. Ooh, Peace Walker's on the. Fantastic.
SRGTsilent.
Hello.
How we doing?
You doing? I'm doing good.
Good.
This is a video game.
So I don't know if you guys knew this, but I was introduced to Pixels for Peace by one Metal Gear Solid runner, Raichu, who I was fortunate enough to meet at an event and do some commentary for, Metal Gear Solid 3 run. So I got to tell you, I'm excited to see how good Metal Gear runners actually play.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Abort. Abort.
It's a dangerous can of worms we stepped on.
All right.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead, take it away. Show us how it's done.
All right. As Humphrey said, I'm Iridescence. We got Sergeant over there, somewhere on the other side of the world,
Hello.
and Python
Hello.
also on the other side of the world.
Hello.
Fantastic. All right. Peace Walker. This was a PSP game ported to the PS3 at some point, when the HD collection came out to be exact. And you can play this game for the most part, aside from one mission, completely co-op. And that's what we're going to do for you today. So, Sarge, I'm going to let... Actually, you know what? Python can count us down, because he's neutral.
Oh, man. You guys are putting so much pressure on me. All right, you got to get ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on.
All right.
And we're off.
We're out of here. And straight into the cutscenes,
Alright.
because it's a Metal Gear Solid game.
Of course it is.
All right. So everyone hope the other player hits themselves with a grenade, like immediately, because that happens all the time.
So, to introduce the game a little bit more properly, these two are going to be playing co-op throughout the entire game, except for this first mission. So, the reason for that is the game doesn't allow you to co-op the first mission at all. So, in essence, they're kind of going to be racing each other, but at the same time, they don't want to be holding each other up. So, the first screen they're going to come across, they need to equip the grenades, and about halfway towards the gate up ahead of them, they're going to have to chuck one and blow it up and get through it pretty quickly. Another note is that for this first mission, these guys are locked into playing as Snake, and as NG+, they will not be playing as Snake for very long. Both of these guys have soldiers who are very, very quick, and Snake, he's kind of average. He's not very quick, but he's not very slow, usually. So, this game... Hoo boy, this game. There's a lot of words that can be said about Peace Walker. Most significant of which is that once they get out of this first mission, you're going to be introduced to a mechanic for them to go very quickly. And it's going to be rather unexpected for those who haven't seen the game before. I won't spoil it just yet, but just know when you see it, you're going to know it. So the second screen there, pretty simple stuff. Just make your way to the end without catching a notice from any of the guards. And the second screen, they're going to take a quick line through the center of the map, really. And their goal is to get up to the top of those stairs and around the bend, and that's the end of this first mission. And something is that when you're running up the stairs, if you're crouched, it actually goes a tiny bit faster than just running up them normally. So that's a tiny little bit of movement tech. And
wow, we finished dead on.
We're into our first QTE of the game because Peace Walker, as you can see, has these very nicely penned graphic novel style cutscenes, and they really wanted you to appreciate them for what they are and all the hard work that went into them. So, of course, what better way than to introduce QuickTime events? So this first one, very, very simple. It's 4 inputs, not too much to worry about. There's going to be one later on that we are forced to do that is a little bit more complicated than this. But these two, I have faith that they will actually make it through just fine.
I have a sticky note.
I swear if one of you makes me look bad, I'm going to haunt you forever.
I think we'll only be making ourselves look bad if we mess it up, because you've never messed it up. I've seen all of your runs.
That's a bit creepy.
Hey, PB!
Yeah, because neither of us got caught for once.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So that's one thing that can be spoken about in this game. Some missions will allow you to complete them under an alert phase, others will not. That first one is an example of something that will not let you end whilst under an alert.
Yep. And so now that they're both out of the first mission, they're going to be connecting up through the internet, the magic of the internet, to commence in some jolly cooperation. And it's worth noting that this game actually doesn't support LAN. So anytime you want to do a co-op run, you have to do it over the internet, even if you're, sitting right next to your partner.
The netcode is
Which we are.
perfect, by the way.
You can tell we're next to each other by the flags of our countries.
Oh
Yeah.
No.
So, Humphrey, if we're ever in like one of these screens, because we have to rejoin every mission, just feel free to butt in and whip out some donations.
Will do. We will whip them out.
Fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted to come from this. Alright, so the first co-op mission, we gotta go find somebody.
And
Yeah,
do you
so-
remember the correct direction?
No, why do you have a shotgun? What are you using?
I told you. A shotgun!
Oh boy.
What?
That's what you get!
Oh boy, the memes
It's
begin.
already started.
Okay, so to reel it back in for a second, you can tell exactly what I was talking about earlier. The box in this game is incredible. By hitting the attack button while in the box,
You did that on
can
purpose.
Smash into your teammate. But it also allows you to move faster. It's kind of like a battering ram sort of thing, but it makes you move a lot faster than just regular running, even with a really quick soldier.
Why does
So-
your shotgun have a scope on it?
I'm good at this game, man.
I mean, I saw his
Customized my weapon.
look. I saw his target practice runs earlier. They weren't looking so hot, so he needs that scope.
Alright, in this last room we've entered, we need to eliminate everybody. I haven't shot anybody yet, because it's not really a point to do so.
Yeah.
So this is New Game Plus, which means these guys have. So there is no actual New Game Plus option. It just means that you finished the game. You've done a bunch of grinding. Which, by the way, this game has a lot of grinding involved if you want to do everything. But these guys have a lot of soldiers. They have everything they'll need. So pretty much
What
the
is
objective here
this?
is just to literally go as quickly as you possibly can. And why are you sliding on the ground? You know what? I'm not gonna question things anymore.
Like we said,
If
the
we get
netcode
any
is
good
perfect.
if we get any good CQCs, you'll see some netcode. Also, there's a secret coming up, a vehicle that will need its people. If we get good
Yeah.
netcode, you'll see.
So, yeah, that's a little while away. So, as we said, netcode is perfect, and you might notice on my screen, I will knock Sarge down at a load zone, and on his screen, it never happened. It's kind of just a thing.
Yeah, it's a feature, not a bug. But yeah, as I was saying, these guys, the objective is going to be primarily to just get through everything as quickly as possible. If they were doing new game, they would have to actually, recruit people. But again, since their bases are full, basically, they don't really need to recruit anybody. It's just plow through them, get it done, go home, defeat the Metal Gear, etc. Although I think I got that order wrong.
If for some reason we recruit someone, there's a high chance that Mother Base Mom is going to talk sternly to us.
Yeah, he may let us know that somebody from other base fell off the base. Quite
And
literally.
that's not actually it. That's not even a joke. They
Stop
will
pushing.
they will literally push each other overboard, and it's great.
Another thing in Peace Walker is the way we skip cutscenes. You'll see that there's a little aeroplane. It's supposed to be a peace sign, but it's an aeroplane. And so when that disappears, we can buffer our start input and then mash X thankfully.
Because this game is nice enough to make the default option on the pause screen. Yes, I want to skip. Unlike some other games where you have to pause and then cycle, which is obviously slower, especially if you mash through that.
Good job, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, sorry. Was I talking personally there? Didn't realize it.
Anyhow, also you'll notice that we're in bikinis. This is not because we have some sort of sexual deviance. It's faster. They run faster in bikinis.
Yeah, so that is actually a good point to bring up. Every outfit class in this game has a different loadout assigned to it. For instance, we have like the sneaking suit, we have the fatigues without the shirt on, and each one of these kind of classes you can assign its own loadout to. And they'll be making use of that feature as well. For instance, this swimsuit that they're using can only carry one actual firearm and a bunch of throwables or placeable weapons. Whereas something like the combat suit can carry 3 firearms, and then the rest will be throw or placeables.
Also, he'll be a time where you see that I knocked Sarge over on my screen, but it didn't happen on his.
Oh, so our characters also have stats and abilities to them. Like I have something called Pro Wrestling Maniac. So when I throw someone on the ground, it's going to instantly knock them out. And we both have SWAT, I believe, where if you roll through someone, it's going to knock them over, and that includes us.
Oh yes.
So you could see some fun stuff there.
Amanda went across that rope bridge. Hurry.
So I did mention box boosting is the fastest form of movement, but it is not a free form of movement. Because every time you box boost, it takes up a little bit of that little gauge next to the health bar, which is called the Psyche gauge. And if you run out of Psyche, you have to refill it using an item called the Mate Tea. And then from there on, you can continue box boosting however much you like. Most maps in this game are fairly small. You won't really need to refill too much. Like, one refill is generally good enough to go. Also, I've never seen anyone take an alert on this set of screens.
See,
I've never seen
I
that
wa-
guard in that room.
I
like that.
I got seen on the bridge because I went to bash for the bridge guard. My box took damage from it, but he didn't fall over or anything.
Ah, that explains.
So that's why my box looks like it's been hit by a 4-wheel drive. Or a 4x4. I have a grenade for this, by the way.
Careful now.
Why?
They might be holding FSLN soldiers.
For fun, you
So-
can shoot people.
So, in co-op, there is a mechanic called Snake In, where if you press the button, you can literally team up. Your characters will kind of tag in behind each other, and what this allows you to do is actually the box in this game is called the Love Box. There's actually several different types, but they're all based on the same Love Box archetype. And the Love Box is so named is because you can fit 2 people in it. So by sneaking in and boxing up, you can effectively box boost using one person as a driver and the second as a passenger.
You can also do that with the tank box.
Yeah, there's a few special boxes like the bomb box, the tank box, the smoke box, and the second player effectively takes over the gunner position. And don't ask why a cardboard box has all these functionalities. It's just it just works. Todd, it just works.
I have no idea where they're storing them grenades. In an unpleasant place, I would imagine. So, this is our first boss. It's called a Lav.
Lab, short for laughing at it.
I think you're
Okay.
missing a letter.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like light armored vehicle or something.
That is exactly what it is. Anyway, you can see our boys here have swapped uniforms out. They have set up a uniform so that they have a rocket launcher or 2 equipped. And they've also got a special item called Bandana, which if you've played any Metal Gear Solid game before, you know what the Bandana does. But if you haven't played one before, the Bandana gives you infinite ammo. And they're going to be using this pretty well throughout the run. This first boss, however, is literally you can sneeze and knock it over in New Game Plus.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's the hardest boss in the game. What you talking about? This guy.
This guy.
This
You know, sometimes I feel the need to make things up. You know.
right.
Why would
It-
you do that? Go on the internet and tell lies.
I don't know, man.
Oh, that was. Oh, actually, I think Sarge missed his gas tanks. Yeah, he did. That's unfortunate. Usually
I was worried you were gonna shoot me in the back.
So usually, that goes down in 2 rockets if you hit the gas tanks on the side. I actually think it was me that missed. One of us, yeah, it was me.
One of us missed.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
it was me. I only got 1. Actually, we both missed. That's amazing.
World record pace. World record.
Ay.
Look, that is not what we need to focus on, okay? That was an excellent lab, way better than the game ever intended you to be able to beat that monster.
Humphrey, we do have scopes on the RPGs. That's the thing.
They do. It's true.
Also, here's Amanda. She's stuck. We best help her.
She's just hanging out.
Bigger scopes.
She just has a light bump.
You know, sometimes you just gotta bump.
I've never heard of scopes on flashbangs before. I have heard of silenced grenades. You know, you attach a silencer to it, but scopes on them? It seems like a good idea, too. Long distance grenades, guys.
Why am I friends with this man?
Tactical grenade action.
You'll see some chaff grenades later, and it makes a pleasant sound.
That sound is fine. That sound is absolutely fine, and you're just a complainer.
Don't spoil the best sound in the game.
Also, one thing that you won't see today, unfortunately, but it's a bit of fun. This game, because it was a PSP game, and Capcom around the same time was making their Monster Hunter game for the PSP, they did a little bit of a mashup of Metal Gear X Monster Hunter. And that's something that's super interesting.
This game has multiple control schemes. One of them is you can play this game Monster Hunter style with Monster Hunter controls on your DualShock 3 or PSP, because this game came out based on the portable 3rd generation. So all of you remember those wonderful Plesioth lasers that you had to deal with those controls, and imagine this game.
Cook rations. Yeah, we can cook rations actually, and it makes a funny song. But alas, no Rathalos for us.
Well, we'll take a side detour before Peace Walker 3.
Yes, we'll do that.
So anyway, after the LAV, they finally rescued Amanda, who is important to the story, but nowhere else, so we're not going to really dwell on that. Now they got to go find Amanda's brother Chico, who, again, is pretty important to the story, but don't really... It's fine. You don't got to worry about him. It's totally fine.
So this is called Pixels for Peace to save children, and we're doing both of those things. My box broke for no... It broke for no reason. That can happen.
Oh, you're both boxless right now?
No, I have my box.
Okay.
So we get hit with a movement speed penalty.
Be careful if you don't want your head blown off.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's
Now-
not.
He's gone now. So, my box kind of just breaks.
It'd take 2 people to get through that.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens. The boxes in this game have durability. If you're not careful, you can run out of durability. Bleh.
Thankfully, Mother Base realizes that we need more. You'll never see Mother Base in this run unless one of us makes a boo-boo. But they be making some more boxes for us.
You know, I really do think they need... I believe they do need a scope on their boxes.
Alright,
Chico's in one of these
I got these, because you'll start an alert.
No, I won't.
Alright, go to 2. Where are you going?
to check inside.
I'm going to 2.
Press the
Where are you going?
in front of the door.
It's not
No,
2.
it's
Oh,
not 1.
that's-
It's 3.
Erie, what are you doing? You can mash that button and tell immediately.
He
without
doesn't
having to
need
sit
to.
there.
'cause
It doesn't matter.
I
He gets the
got
other
2 and
door.
3. Yeah, I got 2 and 3.
Fair.
But
Fair.
that is a good point. You can cancel those cutscenes by mashing. And then I also did something there called well, it's kind of similar to bump rolls in MGS3, but that was me using SWAT to roll through somebody and instantly knock them out, as opposed to shooting them or causing a caution or something, because you actually cannot investigate any of those blue doors if you have a caution or anything going on. Mama Base yells at you and says you can't do it, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
The rolling hitbox in this game actually isn't bad. It's just 3 and portable ops that is absolutely atrocious on.
And by atrocious, he means absolutely glorious.
And necessary.
Well, it is now. Imagine trying to speedrun that game if they fixed that hitbox.
MGS3 no bump roll %.
Don't patch my 14-year-old game. So anyway, now that they've gotten Chico rescued, now they're going to go on the trail of some nukes, and they've got to pursue a train that supposedly has them on it.
Also, just like Amanda, Chico is another character we rescued and will probably never see again. This
Yeah,
game
you know.
was wonderful with its character development.
I mean, playing it casually, it's fine, but in
Yeah.
the speedrun, it's kind of like, you know.
I have made a
Bye-bye.
mistake and turned off my analog sticks. I shall turn them back on.
No analogs. Okay.
You can't move without analog in this game at all. So I use
Bold
it.
move, Cotton, but
I-
will it pay off?
I use a PlayStation 2 remote, and
Train terminal is on the other side of the coffee factory. Head
you know, the old analog button that nobody really knew what did.
to get to the
All right.
coffee factory.
Oh, you hit me.
Need to backtrack
Okay, so hey, using the love box, you can actually place it down on the map and climb on top of it, which allows you to reach new heights. Isn't that fantastic? Truly, this game was the first of the wave of the future.
You want to do the love box train?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't even remember how to get into it, to be honest with you.
Just hold triangle. After I put it on.
I can literally put my controller down.
Actually,
You gotta
if you
hold
hold,
triangle.
if you hold triangle before he puts it on, you go in it immediately.
Oh, okay. Hold triangle before I put it on. Or not. Erie, please. Erie, don't stand. Alright, never mind. It's not worth it now. I don't want your love.
Oh my!
Wait, I forgot. I have my own box.
You certainly do.
Yes.
Anyway,
Erie!
I didn't even touch you. Look on my screen, on the stream, I wasn't even close to you.
Maintain heightened alert.
look, I see people in chat discussing sleep. How could you sleep with this memery happening?
Yeah,
also,
look.
I know you guys think we're playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, but no, that's not the case. No, this is Metal Gear Solid Walker.
It's middle here. See, look. I like how you ran back over me for good measure.
I didn't, though. I'm being lambasted and accused.
Nailed it. That's all 3 of them.
Nice.
When will society change?
Oh,
This NTS.
Oh, actually, I missed one. I didn't even see that guy. Or whatever.
but yeah, if this is your first taste of Peace Walker co-op speedruns, then yeah, this is basically how it looks a lot of the time. People just get run over, things happen, friendships get tested. It's fine.
Tested, but never broken.
But I will
Never.
say,
Will never.
I will say this: it is one of the most fun experiences you can have on a.
And secure the
There's a dead guy you have to shoot over there.
Yeah, no, I see them all.
This is what happens when you use the lethal weapon.
Oh my god, stop complaining.
So, Yeah, after they take out all 5 of these guards at the train yard, it's a set amount of time
Nope.
to end the mission, and oh boy.
The monster shot me. I did nothing wrong.
So this mission leads actually into the next boss fight, which is against a tank, and this tank is a freaking monster.
True, it once ran Python over and parked on him for all eternity.
So if you thought tanks were scary on their own, I bet you've never seen a tank like this. So I assume most of you guys would be familiar with the movie Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but with a multi-ton tank.
He goes so fast.
You'll also notice, if it's not been mentioned, all of these vehicle missions are going to have options for up to 4 people. So you can have 2 times the fun we're having.
So in 2-player, this boss isn't particularly scary, but solo, and especially in new game solo, oh boy, this boss. Oof.
Yeah, he can be a real pain, especially because at this point in the game in solo, you only have one rocket launcher, and it's called the Law, and it's awful. Like, it's not great. And you will most likely run out of Law ammo before you kill it, so then you've got to shoot it with your M16. Which you'll notice we have in every cutscene, yet never bring. It's just a thing.
Yeah, so the cutscenes in this game are all pre-rendered, and they expect you to A, be Snake throughout the whole game, and B, carry an M16 always.
Of which we do once
Oh yeah, the first
and
mission.
half. There's one mission where we're kind of Snake.
Oh well, true.
Kind
We're
of.
both Snake, actually. But
Not
to
to
each
each
other.
other.
Not to each other, though. Alright, I spin around whilst I reload, just for fun. There we go.
That's just the Peace Walker way.
Hey look, there he goes.
So yeah, with the top end rocket launchers, most of the bosses in this game throughout the first ending of it, not too much to worry about.
Yes, that
The
tank,
people need him.
he's vibrating off to Jesus.
Oh, did he actually fly away?
No, I didn't like...
Oh.
If the tank lands on a slight incline, he will start to fly away. It's great. But only ever... Oh, I went to Mother Base. My down input didn't work. You get to see Mother Base, guys.
Ooh, we also get to see how many recruits you get.
2. Oh, not that much, actually. Wasn't too bad.
Oh. I was like, when's the last time you've gone to Mother Base?
Before the
Obviously
run, just in
recently.
case. Just in case that happened. So I pressed down on my D-pad. Down on my D-pad did not work. It's not too much of a problem for me to go to Mother Base, because I still have to wait for Sergeant to get the room up anyway. But... But,
Yeah,
yeah.
Do you have C4 Erie, since you had grenades?
Yes, yes I do.
Okay, alright. We'll do the usual strat then.
So I was really going to say something and then I totally forgot.
Mother Base, C4.
Mother Base, yes. So in New Game Plus, going to Mother Base, not too much of a terrible thing. If this was New Game, that would be 20 to 30 seconds lost.
Yeah, because the amount of people you recruit, and for every person you recruit, you get a notification. And in New Game, how many do you recruit? It's like 40?
Everyone.
40 people or something?
New game, I believe you recruit the first about 35 to 40 people. Yeah, I think that's the number.
Oh, I mean, Python would know. He holds the world record in that.
He said,
For co-op, not New Game. Solo.
yeah. Oh, we just saw a flying bikini lady.
Oh, nice. That can sometimes happen.
If I could roll over this railing, it would be great.
You might want to stand up first. There you go.
Wait, who flew? Oh boy,
You.
that's off host for you.
Yep.
Oh, rip that dude.
Sorry, AGD got fucking banned. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Apologies for that. I will.
This is for the children.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, yep.
Sarge, come on.
My fault.
Come on now. So, now that they've taken care of the tank, they need to go and retrace their steps just a little bit because there's another base that they need to travel to, and there's a barricade in the way. And they were asking each other about the C4 because the C4 is a mandatory item for this mission, because you can't blow up that wall any other way. And the game actually won't allow you into the mission if you don't actually have the C4 with you.
That is very true. So you'll notice we jumped over this wall on the way here. I'm gonna let him go first so he can roll over and not send me flying. It gives us a box on the way back, thankfully. If we get seen here, it really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go put some C4 on this wall. Stand in this corner. Blow it sky high. I got hit by the body! Why does this always happen to me?
Beautiful. Oh, I got shotgunned anyway, so it's all okay.
So bodies have physics.
Iridescence was the one to find that one. Several times, in fact. So, yeah, bodies that get exploded do in fact have physics and can hurt you. But also another thing that you may have noticed is that enemies with shotties are very, very dangerous. We don't like them at all. And so to go into the reason why they're dangerous, you know how sniper rifles usually have a pretty decent range on them? Imagine that, but a shotgun.
Yeah, ballistics doesn't exist for shotguns.
Yeah, so the developers programmed in ballistic drop for sniper rifles and rocket launchers. But you know what's not a sniper rifle or a rocket launcher? A shotgun.
Yeah. So you'll see I'm using a non-lethal shotgun. Sarge has decided he's going lethal, and he didn't tell me this before the run. He brought up that he might do it, but he never confirmed that he would.
I don't feel this is my fault. But
Anyway,
I'll swap.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not going any slower. So, yeah, you'll see that I can shoot somebody with this shotgun that shoots rubber bullets from about 17,000 yards away, and it won't matter. It just doesn't.
Yeah, infinite range shotties. There is damage fall off, but they will hit. Wherever you're aiming, they will hit.
And they also, I believe, always knock over. I don't think I've ever hit someone with a shotgun and not seen them at least stagger.
If
Yeah,
you're
it'll
far enough
stagger.
away, they won't fall over, but they will always stagger. I jumped on the box somehow. I have never done that before.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice parkour.
What?
Got him.
Okay. He just went flying on my screen.
Yeah, I shot him. And somehow missed you, which was kind of half the brilliance, I think.
I actually found a new strat for him that if you shoot the guys below, that guy goes, huh? What was that? And just runs and jumps off the bridge himself.
What? What, in a fatal fashion?
No. He jumps down below to investigate.
They've got rocket launchers.
Yeah, they have rocket launchers. Mother Base Mum will tell us that they have rocket launchers, but... man, we have shotguns with infinite range.
So yeah, they're completely on their way to this new base that they have to go investigate. And once they get there, guess what? It's boss time again.
And this time it's a proper boss.
Well, proper in New Game Plus is relative.
Well, I mean, it's not just a random vehicle. It's the main focus of this game.
Ooh, that guy's on the minigun. That's not good.
Oh yeah, we can climb up ladders inside each other. It's not that bad. And if we stay together... oh, well, rip you. If we stay together, you'll notice our health bar just merge. How did that happen? What, Sergeant? What?
No idea.
Okay. So yeah, when they are in each other's co-op rings, their health bars do in fact merge, and it does make them share damage.
Erie, I forgot which truck I'm supposed to open.
Well, I don't know, man. This truck's... So, basically, there's a bunch of trucks.
rows and rows.
There's rows and rows of them. And by rows and rows of them, there's actually 6. And, we need to find a specific truck, and something gives it away.
This one? Oh.
Oh, what have you done? You found sunlight!
Sunlight?
Sunlight? In a truck?
Is it this one?
Hey,
No.
hey, alright. The exhaust is still warm.
The cargo's already been offloaded.
Snake is a legend, and he is able to know that truck is exactly the truck because it has nothing in it.
The exhaust is still warm, Sergeant. He tells you his explanation.
Nothing in it.
So, okay.
Do you want to explain sunlight?
Yeah, actually, I was. So, you guys, I mean, it's pretty common knowledge. Hideo Kojima was pretty much the driving force behind the Metal Gear series. But did you also know? That he also had a hand in directing Boktai for the Game Boy Advance? If you remember, Boktai was that weird Game Boy game that had some sort of light sensor. So, you know, sunlight.
Did it ever get an English release?
I don't remember.
I'm tempted to say Golden Sun, but that's not right at all.
I feel like if you could buy that game, the hardware that had the light on it would be exceptionally expensive.
Combat.
So yeah, as a little homage to his Boktai endeavors, he kind of put that little Easter egg in.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Also, one of the other trucks just has Kojima in it, and you can recruit him.
And then one of them has Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Actually, Python does it better. Python, cue the Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Perfect.
That was terrible.
That'll cost everyone in chat $1 for the children. Yes, I'm making money off of my friend's voice acting. It's the 21st century. Get used to it. Alright, so the main bosses in this game are in the form of artificially, great start, artificially intelligent weapons, and we have to kill a bunch of them. Only Boktai 3. Thanks, bad humans. And so, here he is. She is. So,
did you like Metal Gear Solid 3? Did you like the Shagohod? Because that's basically what the pupa is with an added bit.
yeah, look,
And
it's a model.
she's gone.
She's gone, yeah.
So, Erie is going to make sure that our run is valid, regardless of how this goes. In the meantime, if you all have a favorite number, feel free to, and you see it on my screen, feel free to ask me to draw said thing. You have about 50 seconds to do so.
You can unlock memory boards by destroying the mechanical.
I have the railgun dynamo. That's not what I want.
Different areas of the exterior to disengage the lock.
So in this, in the AI weapon boss fights, one player has to go in and pull memory boards as a sort of a requirement for 100%ing the game. You can actually create your own AI weapon after the first ending of the game, and the memory boards kind of serve to do that.
I don't even remember where Huey is, eh?
The boss
Right behind where you start.
up above.
It's a giant glass dome. How are you missing it?
Erie, just shoot the whole ceiling until he yells.
You were just looking at it. It's glass. Yuri.
It's not working.
If you shot him, it's fine. It doesn't work during this video.
Oh. Wow, you're...
Talk to you.
Oh.
Anyway, Huey Emmerich is sitting up there, and if you shoot him while you're in the middle of the boss fight, he yells at you, and therefore verifying the run, quote unquote.
Yep, Rogue, we're it. We are walking with peace right till the end. At least of this
I believe
marathon.
we're running, and it's
And
definitely
grunting.
peace.
This is absolutely peace.
By the
We
way,
are
by
peace
the way,
enforcers.
guys, anyone want to make that $2,156, $2,160? It's really killing me.
Anyway, these two doofuses have finally finished the first act of the game, and they're heading into the second area. Where
Does it really
there's
take all the way to Pupa to finish Act 1?
Yeah.
Oh. Apologies, didn't mean to cut you off. That just didn't know that.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, nope, that is the first act of the game past Pupa, and then basically each AI weapon denotes an act. So they're heading into Act 2. It's going to be a lot of the same. There's going to be a couple of mechanized unit boss fights. There's going to be an AI weapon boss fight. And in between, there's going to be a lot of box boosting and running each other over. Hi RDJ. How are you today?
Host is not up yet. What is this?
Oh, you searched too fast.
So travel to the Cloud Forest is a mission we got to do.
There are several of these quote-unquote missions we have to do, and you'll see what he means by that as soon as we start it and then beat it.
So
Well, the good news is the number's even now, because your homie here, Rogue Dark Jedi, donated $244.
oh,
Says, okay, well at least we made our goal, which we did. That put us to the stretch goal of $2,400. Thank you, Rogue Dark Jedi.
Holy smokes.
Your math may be bad, but your heart is great.
You know, that's incredible. Thank you, RDJ. Saving them children.
RDJ
Thank you for
is
the AG.
RDJ is a regular for Peace Walker streams. See him around a little bit.
Alright, so they are going to the Cloud Forest now. And the opening area is a place called Selva de la Leche, which directly translated from Spanish is the rainforest of milk.
I did not know that.
Yep. We're heading into the waterfall of death.
The rainforest of milk.
Well, I can't remember if it's actually the rainforest or just the forest, but yeah, it's the forest of milk. This is where all of the milk comes from.
Also, you'll notice we didn't change into our swimsuits. There's a reason we didn't bother with such things.
Yeah, this.
Oh, what?
What? A... What? Sorry, no, you can't do that. So, hey, these are the scouts. These are enemies that get introduced in this area, and if you try and CQC them,
Which I didn't.
They reversal you and put you in a garrote, which is great.
Which I luckily saved him from by smacking him in the face with a LMG.
So I learned there, you actually don't even have to try to CQC them. If you let them walk up to you, they will just put you in a garrote automatically. They are mean.
So yeah. The reason they didn't change outfits is because secretly this is a 2-room mission that you just box boost through, and hey, we're up to our next mechanized unit, which if you were if this was on New Game, this is where we'd be spending the next 20 or so minutes. But this is New Game Plus, and we don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah, this mission sucks. If you're either in New Game or going for S ranks, it's slow, it's tedious, it's got RNG.
Everything you love in a speedrun.
So let me tell you guys a story. Did you know that it is possible to non-lethally defeat a vehicle? If you didn't, let me explain. So in Peace Walker, all of these mechanized units are actually just clown cars in disguise, and they carry a set amount. They carry a set amount of soldiers in their holds. For instance, this very tiny chopper can carry 24 guys.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Actually, can't it hold like 80 in some of the side missions?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, there's 24 whole human beings in this chopper.
Plus the
and-
pilot.
Plus a pilot. And in new game, the speed run, we have to actually recruit just about every single one of these guys. And so that's the reason why it takes 20 minutes. However, in New Game Plus, again, we have all the soldiers we need, but we also have some incredibly overpowered weaponry.
Yeah. So getting a runnable save file in this game takes you a lot longer than just a single playthrough. I believe I had help, mind you, with both of these, as Python would say, chuckles.
Yeah.
For 15 hours that took us. I pressed the wrong button and tried to smack him. So it took me 15 hours, and even then, getting a runnable specific soldier. So as... Oh wow, he dodged my rocket. What a meanie. So...
Yeah, so...
Sorry, yeah, go nuts, go nuts.
Oh, so the main determining factors of being able to use a soldier is, one, they have to be really fast, and two, that's about it. They just have to be really fast. There's specifically ranked soldiers. There's D all the way to S. You kind of want an S rank because they have the most health, they have the most psyche, and they have special abilities on top of that. There are certain jobs, or I can't remember what they're actually called, but there are certain careers, that's the one, that will invalidate S ranks if you're playing co-op, and so we're trying to avoid those just in case.
And also they get annoying because I can't remember what is it.
I knew you had it in you.
There's
That's one.
Yeah, so there's one specific that will just yell whenever your partner does something useful. It'll just yell positive affirmations at them, but it doesn't matter what gender you are. It will always be Snake's voice, so that's interesting. And it's just annoying because I knew you had it in you. Good job. I knew you had it. It'll go for the whole 2-hour speedrun.
And so at certain breakpoints in a stat called heroism, you unlock special commands that are used in co-op communications that you can infuse with heroic spirit. And these are the commands that'll invalidate your S ranks.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fun.
One of them, like an example of the wonderful voice lines in this game, beyond what we said, because they get much more interesting. My favorite line in the game, meow, meow. Meow.
I did just say that actually, I think.
No, you didn't. I said it.
One of us
Maybe
said
you said it.
I think we both. No, I said good.
Good.
Good. Oh, also, there are
And,
some that make some certain missions in this game a little bit weird. We shan't mention those because it's for the children.
Anyway, back on track. After the chopper, now they have to go to the AI laboratory that Huey was working at to go meet up with his colleague, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Love the Bomb.
That room happened.
Oh yeah, I was too busy doing commands to make it funny and got seen by the sniper. Ignore that. We should just...
So
deal with them.
Huey supplied these guys with a key card that they have in their inventory, and using that key card, they're going to try and enter the AI lab. However, complications are going to come up because, of course, they do. Why wouldn't they?
Okay, we can leave that room on an alert. That was live testing.
Yeah, no, that room is fine, but you can't leave the mission under alert. But yeah, complications are going to come up, and their card, not sufficient.
Also, we skipped that cutscene because ladies' legs are bad to look at. Sorry. It's not good for the children's eyes.
Or How I Learned to Love the Boss. Exactly. There you go, bad humans.
All right, so this is where we're gonna see a New Game Plus exclusive weapon. I say that because it's pretty much you have to beat the game to really get it, let alone use it. There are sleep grenades in this, and I am going to try to nail a target with them, which I think I got. I got one of them. And then get the second one here. And it looks like Iridescencemgs we may have gotten an alert. So we have to find the 2 guards in this room now and take them out.
I got one.
Well,
One to the right
there's
as
the
well.
one you held up. Yeah, there's the one you held up, and then there's one patrolling the ruins off to the side.
Alright, they're done.
All right, cool.
Ah,
last one
except
should
backup.
end it.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, there's one backup guard.
Yep. So the way alert mechanics work, beyond the fact that we can't leave rooms during them, is as long as a guard is in a room during an alert, I think it's like 20 seconds of him not knowing where you are before the alert even begins to count down, and it counts down very slowly. But if all of the guards in a room have been defeated, the room will go instantly into evasion and then almost immediately into caution. So if we do get an alert, we will have to take every guard out via some means.
Yeah. The game doesn't quite care if it's lethal or non-lethal. It's just if the guards aren't actively pursuing you, then you're good.
Right.
On that topic,
So,
were you gonna say something?
yeah, Python can extrain. Yes, that's a word. Python can explain Naruto.
All right. So yes, Iridescence just brought up a name you might be familiar with, or might not. I don't know. I'm not your father.
Believe it.
So there's a specific soldier with a key card that we're gonna need, since like I said, Huey's key card not sufficient. We need something else. And this one guard, he's got the one we need. And he's dressed fairly funny for being in the jungle. Well, you've already heard the name, so you can probably guess kind of at what he's wearing. But let me just say, it's not very well camouflaged against the rainforest.
Yeah, so the game gives you the hint that he's in a place where you can hear Kessel singing. I still to this day don't know what a Kessel sounds like, and I refuse to call Amanda and find out. Cecile, that's
Yeah.
it. Cecile and find out. So we just found a much easier way to find him.
I mean, it's useful if you know what it sounds like, because you can hear it while the screen is loading in. But there's 3 locations where Naruto can be. They can either be at the waterfall where they fought the chopper. He could be one screen further,
Okay.
or he can be at the very last screen in the string where they started out the mission before last.
We're hoping for where the chopper is, basically.
Yeah, the first check will always be at the waterfall. First and second spawns aren't terrible, but if it's the third spawn, they're losing a lot of time. So we're hoping for at least decent RNG here.
Also, our
And
PB has third spawn, so
The legend of Naruto is that when you mention Naruto and where he can spawn, you always get third spawn.
Pretty much.
We've been
welcome.
cursed.
You're welcome. More content.
Also, we're taking the time to try and clear as many of these guards as possible. Not because an alert particularly matters, but because on the way back they will remain dead or asleep.
Yep. If you're going through this slightly more quietly and hold the guards up, they will stay held up indefinitely until there's an alert in the area you're currently in. So that's fairly helpful. Like, you can hold an enemy up, leave the area, come back, and he'll still be on the ground shaking.
Yeah. And the reason you'd want to go more stealth, for example, is because there is a all S rank category to this game, if you would like to look into that, which involves you're not allowed to lethally take anyone out, nor are you allowed to use the other item in this game, which we've not talked about, stealth camo, because stealth camo, well, it makes the game much easier, automatically invalidates an S rank.
And it also
So
makes speedrunning pointless.
Yeah, I mean, the final few missions do a good job of that as well, but you don't have to deal with that.
Alright, so we're hoping for second spawn.
Yeah, first spawn was unfortunately conspicuously empty of an orange jacket.
And
And second spawn
unfortunately,
is 2.
oh well.
Ha ha ha! The curse lives on.
I don't think we've ever got a first spawn in a marathon. That's the curse.
I don't think you and me together have ever got a first spawn, period.
We have twice. Twice, Sergeant.
Alright, can you take those 2 out?
Hello, guys behind us. I'll take care of them.
Thank you.
You can go get Naruto.
Yep. I have a slam ability, and then
Nice
okay,
box.
I guess I won't get Naruto.
Oh.
I have that slam ability I mentioned, and the nice thing about that is it throws everything he's holding out, and that includes this ID card that we came all this way for, and now have to walk all the way back for.
Yeah, isn't it great?
And I don't have a box. Don't shoot me. I don't have a box.
So, if you were to say knock him out and then Fulton him without first peeling the card off of his unconscious body, you would then have to actually go back to Mother Base, pick the card out of your inventory, and equip it, and then come back to the mission, which loses you a lot of time. So it's very handy having something like Pro Wrestling Maniac, where it just spits out all the items.
You can also get a Fulton gun that does the same thing, but Fultoning takes time and takes up an item slot.
Also, if you accidentally lethally eliminate that guard, then the mission also requires that you do a restart on it because the guard has to be respawned.
Yeah, for some reason, items cease to exist when someone dies. It's, I don't know. Just one of the weird things about Peace Walker.
It's a long walk back. It's really bad.
Yeah, third spawn, this is why it loses you a lot of time.
On the
'Cause-
plus side, apologies for cutting you off again.
no
We
worries.
did take every guard out, so now it is literally just a walk back.
You knocked me
It's
off my
literally a
roll.
Peace Walker. I
So
mean,
that was a small roll. Who found that small roll optimization? Was that you, Python?
that was not me. It was either Valissa or Mini.
Yeah.
So Valissa currently holds the record for solo new game at under 2 hours. I think it's a 158 or something.
It's like a 158.45, give or take.
That's good. That's what
Yeah.
matters. It's good.
Yeah.
By the
and
way-
that is a spectacular time.
By the way, that time is so good that co-op New Game Plus is only 2 minutes faster so far, or something like that.
Yeah, that is an absolutely incredible run. Considering all the things you actually have to do in New Game that you don't in New Game Plus. And Mini Omega King is another runner that I just mentioned. He is a Metal Gear speedrunning connoisseur. He does a lot of things for a lot of the games in the series. His main focuses are like the MSX titles or the portable PSP titles. So with the card, they finally get access to the AI lab, but they're gonna get waylaid.
Waylaid? Oh yeah. There's a thing here.
Oh yeah. There's another AI weapon about to make its presence known.
Don't
In
move.
fact, it's one that you've already seen before, if you were paying attention. This upcoming boss fight is called the Chrysalis, and you might be noticing a naming convention with these bosses. For reference, the first one was the Pupa. This one's going to be the Chrysalis. So, the Chrysalis is a flying machine. It's categorized as a chopper, although I don't quite see that. So, you know. Is it a Metal Gear? It's kind of a Metal Gear.
So, we can't do anything in here. Like, we can pull these out. It literally means nothing.
Yeah, this is a nice little break for your hands, so you don't have to do any inputs or anything. Same for when whoever goes into the AI pods during the fights. It's just a nice little break where you can just stop. touching the buttons.
So also,
Tried to make a P.
so we found out that if you are on the outside of the pod after an AI fight and you die, it literally means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't even matter, because I tend to be on the outside most of the times, because it's just how it works out. It depends where the fight ends and etc. Whoever's closer goes in, essentially, but it's always me. Also, this cutscene is a thing
The rest you needed to learn on your own.
that I have a sticky note for.
Techniques, sure.
Yeah, so before I mentioned a slightly more complex QTE, and this is that QTE. And if you're cognizant of Metal Gear Solid 3 and its cutscenes, it might look kind of familiar. Kind of, a little bit. So, this is actually two scenes mashed together that should not be mashed together.
Yeah, one from the start of the game, one to the end.
Loyalty
Yeah.
to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
Yep, and this is, I believe, a 10-long string of inputs that you need to get all in one go. Thankfully, this one is a little bit merciful in that if you miss one, there are checkpoints throughout that that it'll bring you back to if you miss one. But it's still not good.
That's the way a soldier's
So, it's not too bad until the last two inputs, because the last two are rapid fire. You have to press one and then the other, like, right away.
Yeah, it's designed that you fail it at least once, because there's no way someone's gonna inhumanely react to that the first time.
Jack, you can't come with us.
Alright, we're done with the hard QT. I can delete my sticky note now.
Oh, you made a sticky note on your computer? I made an actual sticky note.
That's so much effort. Who writes in 2020?
People who have a pen and sticky notes.
Why
next
do
to them.
you think I asked you to copy and paste it to me instead of read it to me?
Oh, man. So, hey, they skipped a cutscene while the screen was still white. That's a thing that you can do. As soon as you see those loading signals disappear, you can actually put the inputs in for skipping the cutscene. It'll happen again shortly. Just a neat little time save. Doesn't do too much. A couple seconds, but it's still good.
All right, so we're doing the strat, right, Erie?
The strat? Oh yeah, the strat. That one strat
Yeah.
that we accidentally discovered.
Yeah, the new time save, man.
Yeah, there is strats to this run, I swear. It's not just all mashing R1 in a box.
Combat.
I'm gonna use this one because we're doing the strat.
The strat.
Yeah, the strat. You haven't seen the strat.
Probably not.
It's not 100% consistent, but if it happens, it's great. If it doesn't, so be it. It requires Chrysalis actually dodging for once in his life. Like,
Huh.
trust me, we found out it's way faster. And by way faster, the factor of which you could improve the speed of these boss fights in New Game Plus is very small. So it's about 3 seconds faster, give or take, from my estimates.
Oh boy. A completely RNG time save.
Well,
in a
I
game
mean,
that also already has a lot of other RNG.
but if you miss the time save, you don't lose any time, so it's worth going for.
Yeah, it's pretty much free. It's just how fast is your execution. And then, will Chrysalis listen to you?
Generally, no is the answer to that question.
Well,
Yeah,
see, we
we've
want
had
her to
a-
dodge. That's the thing.
Yeah, but she won't dodge. That's what's gonna happen.
Pardon me. She dodged! We got it!
No,
Oh, you were too slow!
no, I threw the chaff as soon as possible, sir. It's a 50% time. Because Chrysalis is supposed to go really, really far back. Like behind that giant misty temple that you can't see. So that
she's gonna
even
land
that
over your
save,
side.
even that saved like half a second every rocket we fired.
I see where the time save comes from. I
Yeah,
see now.
she doesn't fly away.
Well, I mean, if you're quick enough with the chaff in the first place, you don't fly away either.
Yep. We had one run where she literally dodged right on top of us. I think I died.
You sure did. This is interesting.
Is this real life?
I heard the sound of your imminent death, but we still got the cutscene. Nope, you're on full HP.
Wow. The memes are real here, folks. They are 100% real.
Again, if you see a number and you like, I can pull it if it's not black. The black ones haven't been unlocked yet, and the red ones have been destroyed, and they can't be pulled. Give me that 33. You got that 30.
So, in the meantime, while Sarge is pulling boards, Eerie is having some fun with chaff grenades, which are a really powerful tool, actually. As you might expect, all of these bosses are mechanical, with some highly sensitive computer chips on board. So chaff grenades royally mess with them. And during this phase of the Chrysalis, she pops out a bunch of kidnappers, which cause no end of headache. But chaff grenades, who needs them?
And also, I just wanted you to hear that horrible noise.
It's really not that bad. You're just a baby.
I'll use it on Cocoon if you guys missed it.
So with that essentially concludes Act 2. Now, the next mission, I believe, if I have my information correct, I'm not using any notes or anything, I'm going purely off of memory, so if I'm incorrect, you can blame my poor memory. The next mission is travel to the mine base.
Yep.
Which is going to be really, really quick. And I mean really quick.
It's the longest mission in the game. He's just joshing you. This is why you never believe a python. You never believe a snake.
No, you never trust a Frenchman.
That's racist. We can't say that on air.
Well, tell that to Ocelot.
I'm gonna answer that. RDJ, the answer to that is something we talked about at the start of this run. It's a little known secret of this game called netcode.
So basically what happened is he died after the game had already registered that he'd pressed to enter the AR pod. So the game's like, well, we better chuck him in. And it actually gave him a full heal, which was interesting.
Yeah, it would have been absolutely amazing if I got in there and then my character died and the game just had to figure out what to do.
Next minute, there was just no one in the AR pod. That would have been great.
Just see your character slumped over in the
just leaning against the pylon, just.
I'm just in there. Suddenly, Chrysalis gets full health and Eerie has to solo it. Oh god.
I have to pull boards from outside of Chrysalis.
I'm sure you could jar him loose with a few more explosions.
Yeah, so this is the longest mission in the game. It's gonna take us at least 45 minutes. Wait, there's a horse. Hello, horse. This is the boss's horse from MGS 3. We don't know how Snake got the boss's horse, or where he got it from.
Yes.
Connection unstable.
Oh no.
Dude, nice lie down strats.
Dude, I got connection unstable, and I couldn't do anything.
But yeah, no, the boss's horse should by all rights be dead. It got nuked. So, you know. I don't know.
We can't spare reinforcements. We'll have to make do with what
But
you
yeah,
have.
they have officially traveled to the mine base. Congratulations, guys, you done it.
Longest mission in the game.
I legitimately laid down because my internet became... So, Peace Walker has this thing where you could have a garbage ping and it'll play fine, but the second it thinks your internet is completely unstable, the game just is like, nah, you're done, sir. You do what we tell you now.
Yeah, this game actually handles latency rather well. There's minimal rubber banding, but it does exist in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game, yeah, like Python said, it treats the game pretty well. You can play, there is PvP in this game. Trust me, me and Python tried it to settle a bingo once. I'm really bad at it. And, that comes very entertaining with lag, because, like, animations cancel each other out, but things happen, it's
CQC happens halfway across the map.
Yeah, you know. I mean, that's perfectly natural. Have you seen Portable Ops?
I mean, Portable Ops' multiplayer was arguably way more consistent.
So anyway, they have traveled to the mine base, but now they're going to be stuck in this map for about another 2 missions. First off, they're going to get ambushed by a team of like 20-ish guards.
24, I believe it is.
Yeah, 24 guards, and they're going to have to take them all out real quick. And after that, it's boss time again.
Yeah, yep. So,
So-
you will see at the start of this, when they call it a mine base, it's literally a mine, like it's a big hole in the ground. So, the enemies will come from one of 4,
Yep.
one of three places, and there is only one we really want them to come from. So luckily the game is programmed in such a way that it will not spawn enemies if you're too close to where they walk out of. So we can just stand right where we don't want them to come from, and they won't come from there.
We'll manipulate them perfectly so that we could fire rockets at each other and claim that the intent was to hit the enemy.
There's no turning back now, Snake. Wipe out the enemy.
Look, you guys said it, not me.
Technically, I said it, and now Eerie is going to watch me carefully.
He hits me every time.
Doesn't mean they're not there.
Nice shot.
So yeah, the first round of soldiers is already on the map as soon as you enter in. But after that, you have to be very careful and watch where you're standing, because as was mentioned, the guards won't spawn when you're near the spawn point. So with 2 people, there's really only one place they can spawn from at that point, which makes things a whole lot more consistent in terms of trying to get these guys out of your way quickly. All the while, they're going to be accosted by kidnappers, which Chrysalis is out of commission. I don't know where the kidnappers are coming from at this point.
Okay, so now a couple of them are going to run to me and try and climb up this ladder, but they don't seem to care that I'm standing here with a shotgun.
Also, remember that thing I said earlier about shotguns not having ballistic drop?
Oh yeah, watch this. Bye, kidnapper.
This is also a time to introduce the dying mechanic. We actually, this is the first place where it really comes up in any run of this game. If you leave a enemy with a red skull over their head, they're actually in dying, not dead. And the next phase of... Did you shoot me? The next phase of guards won't actually come until all of the enemies, both dying and alive, have been counted as ticked off. And you can tell whether there is a guard dying or not by the counter in the top left side of the screen.
Yeah, doing things non-lethally also has something like that, sometimes in some side ops. And it's
Watch
just,
it.
It serves more to waste your time than anything.
Yes. The side ops version is annoying because non-lethal, you typically go for S ranks when doing individual levels or ILs in this game. That's the more competitive scene. So when you can't leave a room until the enemy with the blue skull above his head ticks, it adds up.
Yeah, what you can do, however, while they are in either a bleeding out or stunned state, is you can Fulton them, and that'll immediately take them off the field.
Yep.
So there are ways around it.
Why haven't we tried the Fulton rocket launcher for that mission?
Because it's very slow and you only hold one shot without a bandana. I mean, we could try it, but it requires a menu.
You get three. You get three Fulton rounds.
Yeah.
But you can just set up an extra shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I have my sneaking suit. We could try it one time. See what happens.
Ignore me, I'm just theorizing.
So,
Theories are fine.
So we fought the pupa, we fought the chrysalis. Now it's time to fight the cocoon.
Butterfly. Oh, I guessed wrong.
Now, we have fought a drifting tank, and we fought a rocket booster tank, and we've also fought a flying tank. So what kind of tank is next, do you think?
A tank. I don't think
Not
I can...
altogether incorrect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't really think of another way to describe this thing.
Have you tried entirely too large as a descriptor?
I kind
It's
of
the-
want to know how they got it in here.
It's the gun tank.
The tank has a tank on it. So,
So,
yeah, how did they get it in here,
Go ahead.
Python?
Airlift? Question mark.
What, with 64 helicopters?
I mean, hell, you'd really only need like the chrysalis and a couple of other helicopters. It's fine.
Look at the size of this thing!
It's fine. It's only like 10 times the size of anything else in this game. It's fine. So yeah, cocoon. There is a bit of a strat to this. They're aiming towards the bottom of the AI pod because that'll deal damage through blast radius to both the crit spot of the AI pod plus the head part that's just beneath it holding it up. So it effectively does like 1.5 times damage or so per rocket. So if you can manage to aim there and hit it, that's where you want to be aiming.
Just call when you want.
And so you have to wait for phase 2 here, in which thermostat malfunction occurs and Cocoon just kind of rams into the side of the base wall there.
Up.
And this will allow one of the players to actually climb up onto the top of the Cocoon and then enter the AI pod.
So,
Like so.
so you guys have heard the extremely amazing manly grunts that Catfish here, that's her name by the way. It's kind of ironic. So her code names are like randomly generated from a prefix and suffix table, and you can get all sorts of things. So I have Catfish, and you'll soon find out that this girl is actually just the Hulk. Like, she has some immense strength. Now, while he's in there doing boring things, I'm gonna go hide underneath Chrysalis. He can't get me here.
Yeah, it would be a real shame if the Cocoon was equipped with some hydraulics or something.
I'm not a threat. What is a threat? Oh no, she's trying to crush me. By some light mashing of the triangle button, my character defies all laws of physics and just doesn't care.
Not one single care given. It's great.
This is the same character that struggles to open a door.
Oh yeah, she struggles to open a door in a little while. Also, if you want to make Chrysalis look real stupid, Cocoon look real stupid, you can just do this. It's not useful in any way, but you can just kind of just do that endlessly. She'll try and crush you if you just walk out.
So to kind of bring up another difference between NG and NG Plus, in New Game, so this game has a different mechanic for when you complete missions that tracks how much experience your weapons have gained on top of what kind of rank it is, because you can develop higher ranks, but you have to use the weapons to get higher levels, and each higher level and higher rank basically increases the amount of damage you do with that weapon. And in New Game, since we pretty much operate with the absolute minimum available, we really want to be taking advantage of this and leveling up whatever weapons we have, which is a very useful thing that you have about a minute to do so while you're kind of dealing with the AI pod in co-op. Thankfully, in New Game Plus, your weapons should theoretically already be maximum rank and level 3.
That's a PB.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Another difference. Since he mentioned the minimal amount of stuff, that includes things that New Game Plus takes to luxury, like chaff grenades. So that strat for Chrysalis that we did with the chaff grenade, New Game does not get that. They have to deal with a much more challenging fight. Right after the helicopter on top of that.
Yeah. So with the cocoon downed, you might have noticed a very convenient piece of debris. It kind of smashed into the door controls and unlocked the door. So now we can just kind of waltz into the underground base.
Works every time. Like, I haven't had a run where that thing misses the door yet.
Same.
No, it's incredible.
It's just good RNG on that piece. Probably like a 1 in 100 chance it misses, I bet. One day it'll happen.
So I didn't see what these guys equipped. I'm assuming it's going to be the swimsuit, but if they weren't feeling particularly saucy, they could do this in the sneaking suit.
Sleeping suit?
One grenade that matters. After that, the mission's free.
Unless you
say that,
and unless the door
because-
glitches out and sends you flying.
That's true, but that happens very rarely. So hopefully we don't see that. Otherwise, we can explain it at some point, I bet.
That happens very rarely, except it's going to definitely happen because A, you mentioned it, and B, it's a marathon run.
And
Also,
grenade landed.
I laid down on purpose. I had to wait for him to throw that grenade. We each have slightly different loadouts.
Use the elevator. Press the action button.
Oh, you didn't shoot me. You usually shoot me there. I was so happy.
Yeah, usually I shoot him whilst waiting for this elevator because the time it takes for him to get up is usually mitigated by the fact that the elevator still isn't here. But, so, yeah, so, you know, he has sleep grenades, I have chaff grenades, and regular grenades, and C4. He has sleep grenades, regular grenades, and I don't know what else.
We just alternate so that nothing lies too much on one character.
So this guy should run across in front of us. Perfect.
With the security level so high.
Getting seen is fine, by the way, because it's just this guy over here. Where is he? Oh, never mind. They're all the way down the hall. So that door doesn't matter. Like, we can get through this mission surprisingly in their base with an alert. The game doesn't care.
Yeah, it's kind of relaxed that way sometimes.
Hey, Python. You know, you said there was some hard QTEs in this game.
Yeah.
So I believe there's one after this mission. I can't seem to remember the inputs. Do you know what it is?
I think you hold start. Or
Start.
wait, no. You don't hold start. No, you hold like down or something.
We'll get those shutters open. Try tapping
I don't know, man. It's been a long while.
as you can.
Look, I have faith in you. All right. I know you're gonna kill it.
All right. It's still triggered the end of the mission, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. So, all right. I think I've got it. I think I remember.
Okay, great.
Fantastic. I've messed it up.
Dang it.
Yeah, I was guessing R1, but I guessed wrong.
I tried L2, man. It just...
L2? Alright, well, next time we do this run, we'll have to remember R1 and L2 are wrong.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
No,
eventually.
actually, I have a new idea. I'll try L2 next time. That might.
Yeah,
work.
yeah, that might work. That's a good idea. Oh well, we've got Snake sent to prison. Game over. Run's finished. Let's go home. I'm kidding. Don't stop the timer. Don't do that. Game's not over until the pretty lady sings. Literally.
So,
That-
not to kill anyone's fun here, but that you're gonna get caught no matter what. The QTE, it only matters in that you get a handy item to get out of jail free, as it were. But we don't need to get out of jail free because we have a handy strat for that in co-op.
That is co-op
Which-
exclusive, by the way.
Yes, it is co-op exclusive, and I was one of the developers for that strat. And if these guys screw it up, I'm gonna reprimand them.
He
heavily.
spent a very long time in this jail. And also, this is the scene of the incentive, which was met yesterday. So that was, thank you for all your donations to getting that set up. So we'll see this jail again in about half an hour's time.
Roughly, yeah.
Alright, so this is all on me. Literally, Sarge does nothing. He's lazy, worst co-op partner ever.
Yeah, I mean, Sarge. All Sarge is gonna do is sit there watching a cutscene. It's like he's at the movies or something, man. I don't even. What is this guy doing?
You know what? You know what? You're not my dad, and I'm gonna skip this cutscene now.
I mean, don't, because somebody paid for me to do that.
Fair. I'm willing to meet you in the middle there.
All right, so player 2 is in charge of all of the action for the first half of this mission. And first, they have to pull a jigsaw out of Snake's chest, which don't ask, it's fine. Then they have to very quickly saw their way out of the door. And once that's done, they got to open the door and then very, very quickly run out of the cell behind a pillar to hide against a enemy who is kind of just jauntily, merrily making his way down. And if done correctly, the guard will eventually notice that the door is open, that Snake has escaped, and he'll start a caution, which is incredibly important. So there he goes. He's going to start the caution. Meanwhile, Erie's going to go into this control center and spring Sarge loose. And normally this is where the torture happens for this game, which is 3 rounds of incredibly difficult torture. And, we don't have to deal with it.
Discontinue.
We don't.
Continue.
Erie does, though.
I will later. Alright, so now I have to make 2 very precise CQC throws. If I mess them up, we lose like 20 seconds, and it's not fun. And also,
we
the
have a
automatic
safety
doors
word.
don't quite work properly for people off host.
If this goes
Perfect.
wrong, we do have a
We're outta
safety
here.
word.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's called restart.
Excellent.
Our
Yeah, the
safety word is
was
restart mission.
So if all goes according to plan, the cycles should be absolutely perfect for both of these guys to just waltz on out of here after taking out those first 2 guys, which these guys managed. Well done. Thank you for not making me very angry at you.
So, fun fact, when I first decided I wanted to speedrun this game, Python had been awake for about 30 hours. And we were all sitting in a Discord call. Also, that was a 32. That's 1 second behind the record, I think.
That's 2 seconds, but yeah, no, that's a very good time.
So, and I was like, hey, Python, teach me how to do jail. He's like, I want to die.
No, it wasn't that bad.
And he's like, no, I'll show you. And then for the longest time, until today, I had made my own backup strat for that strat. And then I was literally in the shower, before this run. Like, I had a shower just before this run. I'm like, wait a minute, Python told me to do something completely different. Why was I messing it up? I put 5 minutes practice in before the run. Bam. Perfect.
Yeah, it's not too bad once you start getting the steps, but it's getting the steps. You
Yeah.
have to do the steps in order.
My issue was
Especially with
is...
the netcode causing the delay player 2 has to deal with. They have to wait a second before Snake grabs the jigsaw, and then wait a second before it gets equipped. If you rush through that,
yeah, the game...
things can snowball.
And also, the automatic doors that don't open until you smack your face into them because of the slight delay, which is not so much a problem if you're fast enough, but it happens. But my issue is, this game has two kinds of CQC throws. One of them is what I call a moving CQC throw, and that's when you're moving, you just throw a guy to the ground, call it a day. And then there's a no directional input CQC throw, which grabs them and then does that kind of super throw that you saw me do, that instantly knocks them out. So if you do one with a directional input, they will go down, but they will get up, and the first guy that you saw me throw second will be bothered by the fact that his mate's been thrown into a brick wall. So I fixed it. It's all good.
But yeah, now that they're out of the torture cell, they're back in swimsuits. Nothing can stop these two. They just want to live their life free and go fast. So now it's time to make their way back out of this underground base. They're headed toward Peace Walker's hangar, which, by the way, title drop. Peace Walker is the well, not the big bad, but it's the main enemy, the big boss at the end of the game, ostensibly.
Small fact about Peace Walker that most people wouldn't notice. Peace Walker's actual name is Aurelia, which is the scientific name for a butterfly. I do not know which butterfly, though.
So hey, if you didn't catch on to the naming convention yet, there you go.
Can we beat the door? We can beat the door.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the AI weapons are all based off of the different stages of metamorphosis, which is pretty cool.
I found
know.
that. I found that out now.
Oh my god.
So I didn't. No, I knew that pupa, chrysalis, all that were, but I didn't know about the fact that the Japanese name for Peace Walker is the butterfly, or the scientific name, or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, the only stage that's actually missing is, caterpillar.
And let's be real, I don't think any of us would have wanted to fought.
I think we're the caterpillar. Also, I skipped
you
that
know-
cutscene while the screen was black. 10 points.
Yeah, that was my bad. You do
I
get those 10 points.
I would actually be kind of interested to see what a caterpillar boss fight would be. It'd be like 3 or 4 tanks all stitched together.
It'll be like the human
Hey!
tankipede.
That was another PB for us.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So the game actually does keep track of your best times per mission, and because I've pretty much exclusively played this game fast with Sarge, every time one of us gets a new, or both of us, it's a PB.
And you can see that for a brief second, it'll say new flashing by our time, and that's how we know that we got a new best time.
Yeah, and it's actually funny. So this game only shows you times to the second, but it actually does track times to the millisecond.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have
Combat.
an exact same time to the second, but it'll still tell you new on like IL runs, which is frustrating but hilarious.
Yes. It's especially frustrating when you know you can do a level better, and then you do it better, but it still shows the same time, even though it says new. It's like, which one do I submit? It doesn't really matter.
Also, you can also play Puyo Puyo in this game, should anybody wish to.
Puyan.
Puyan.
Puyan. Puyo Puyo is a completely different.
That's from Final Fantasy, isn't it? Isn't that what, like...
No, Puyo Puyo is a connect the blocks thing. You rotate blocks and put colors next to each other, and it destroys rows for score.
Alright, that's alright, there's a Tetris game for that.
I mean, yes, there is a game
yeah.
where they're both is Tetris and Puyo Puyo.
Yep.
I'm tired.
Anyway, it's time to fight Peace Walker. It's boss time again, fellas. So this fight actually has an AI loop in it. Imagine looping the AI of an AI weapon. So basically, what these guys are going to try and do is pump as much damage into them while staying underneath it. Oh,
It
wait,
doesn't
hold on.
matter.
Hold on.
We
hold
are
on.
too
Did I
fast
say-
for AI loops.
Did I say AI loop? I meant incredibly overpowered weaponry.
So the rocket launcher we're using is the M47, which is the best rocket launcher in the game. It has acceptable tracking, extremely high firepower, acceptable reload speed. The problem is, as Eerie stated earlier, this game is a uphill battle to get everything for. to get weapons like what we're using, you have to S rank, which means no kills, no alerts, none of that stuff, vehicle missions. And this game has a whopping, what is it?
40
At least
something.
42? At least 8 vehicle missions. Some of them have upwards of 72 guards that you must capture all of them without killing one. Or getting seen, for that matter, because it's kind of annoying.
So there are 4 armored vehicle archetypes. There's the light armor vehicles. There's 2 archetypes of that. There's the LAV and one that I'm not remembering the acronym of.
BTR.
BTR, there we go. Then there is tanks, and then there's choppers. One of those archetypes is incredibly easy to S rank because you don't have to deal with any of these soldiers. You can just bust open the cockpit and take out the chopper pilot. The rest of them, oh boy.
Oh boy. Expect to spend.
Wait, wait. Go home.
Yahow. For your average vehicle, if it's a custom vehicle, because there's 2 varieties, there's both normal and custom. If it's a custom vehicle, expect to spend 10 minutes on average S ranking those missions.
If not a whole lot longer.
Yes.
Honestly, the first time around, like if you're coming from a new game file, abandon all hope of S ranking anything on your own,
Yeah.
unless you're like very, very patient. So this is actually a QTE you don't actually have to do anything for, like Sarge is demonstrating. You're supposed to press triangle as fast as you can.
I'm being yelled at by mother base mama.
Yeah, you're supposed to chase down Peace Walker by pressing the triangle button. You don't really have to do that. All you have to do is dodge the trees in the second section and you're golden.
Yep. So that section, it actually does matter if you push triangle, because how fast you push triangle determines how many trees you get. Optimally, you'll get 4 trees. That's the minimum. If, however, you choose not to push triangle at all, the game will spawn 8 trees. The pattern is scripted, but slower section because the tree animations have to play out.
Yeah, why do more when you could just not?
I was mashing triangle in that because I have to do that later, and I decided to wear my hand out first to make it way more exciting.
All right, so these guys are officially in the last act of the first ending of the game. Now, this game has 2 different endings. It has, its first ending, which is it's a fairly good wrap up of what the events of the game, and then there's the true ending. And I believe you guys are running true ending, right?
No, we're just
No.
running first ending.
First ending.
Just first ending?
But I
but
mean,
we did-
we can throw some chaff grenades at Pars if it makes you feel better.
No,
If-
it's okay.
If we did true ending, we'd probably lose because Ari wouldn't be able to stop me from shotgunning the doorknob a couple of times every time.
So okay, so we're closing in on the end of the run. You might notice we've still got about, I don't know, what is it, 40 minutes on estimate?
25.
So okay, 25 minutes. So the rest of the missions of this game have gone fairly quickly so far, but that's about to grind to a bit of a stall. These last couple of missions
the
are
cutscene.
actually.
Sorry.
He wanted to see Amanda's beautiful sepia tone face. It's fine. So yeah, these last few missions are fairly lengthy and they're very involved. They
Yeah.
are. This first one you can't actually leave with an alert, so they're gonna try their best
Yep.
to avoid that.
There's actually 2 rooms in this mission we can't leave with an alert, and I am the #1 causer of alerts in this mission, so I'm gonna let Eerie take the path in charge here. So I don't accidentally our whole career.
So the first screen, fairly simple. 2 guards, then a kidnapper, and then there are ways of. Huh?
Backup guard came in and saw me.
That guy just despawned on my screen. So have fun with
Oh.
that.
That's
Okay.
fine. We got them all. We got them all. We got 'em
Nice, you got good grenades.
all. That was
good recovery.
a very nice cleanup. That room if you do get an alert in that room, can go very, very bad. So that was one of the best recoveries we could have had.
Ignore that guy who despawned. That just... yeah.
You know, it happens. People just cease existing sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that first room, in order to do it completely stealthily, you actually tend to avoid the first two guys, shoot the kidnapper down, and then smoke out the other two on the rooftop, leading to that elevator. But, you know, that works too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, New Game Plus, we have less reasons to care. On New Game, that would have been a death sentence if that had happened.
That would have been a monk ass.
So, second screen, normally there's a caution
Why would
here.
you do such a thing?
Well, because you hadn't shot him yet.
So normally in a new game's run, there would be a caution here, and there'd be 5 guys all lined up, all in a row. You just one smoke grenade, and then go. But in this case, it's not too bad. You know, take out the guards as you go.
Did it let us go through that room? Oh, you can go through that room with a
Yeah,
door.
you can go through the second room, and the third room, even entering with an alert, there's only 5 guards in here,
And they're in our way anyway. And they're in our way anyway.
Yes. Again, you don't want typically to have an alert here, but it's significantly less costly to us to have an alert than on some other categories where having an alert here is just...
There's a guy in dying. Can you take him out on the way by?
Yep.
So there's an incredibly swaggy roll you can perform on that little ladder drop.
I am flashbanged.
I thought you were about to tell me to roll off the ladder, Python.
Also, that guy needs to be shot again.
Yep, shot him. I don't think my sleep grenade hit the
Yeah,
guy up
you
here.
did. It did. Oh, hello.
Nice.
Okay, then this big steel guy here should be the last guy.
There was a guy, like... Oh, well, he's dead. I've never seen that
There's one
guy.
more coming.
The enemy knows where you are. Lie low for a while and wait for them to lift the alert.
I got him, boss.
Good job. Oh, he's dying.
I
Oh,
got him, boss.
will you... We have to wait for the evasion.
If the enemy knows
Yeah, there's a guy who spawned behind us somewhere, and we're just gonna let it happen at this point, because re-triggering the alert is more detrimental than just accepting this. But ideally, that alert would have just ended. So someone must have spawned in and came in from the back entrance, because they can do that.
Yeah, yeah. All told, not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Especially one of us could have, if one of us dies in that mission by like rolling off the ladder, you could fall to your death. That actually ends the mission. There is no way to recover that co-op partner, and the mission's just over.
Yep.
So, next mission, this is our movie moment. This is Kojima going, I want to make movies. He's been doing that for quite some time now, but this time he made it really evident. So this is kind of the whole Tom Cruise run through lots of guys, plenty of explosions kind of thing. That has a helicopter.
So are you guys... I'm curious on a thing here.
No.
Sneaking suit.
Oh yeah.
Sneaking suit. Okay. So, I don't think we actually managed to make it known, but different outfits, not only do they carry different loadouts, but they also have different walking speeds. The swimsuit, of course, is the fastest. It weighs the lightest, and it has the less inventory space. Then you get into your fatigues, your sneaking suits. And then there's the heaviest outfit, which is the battle dress, which slows you down so much. So, these guys are using very quick soldiers, so at worst, they're moving about the same speed as Snake would normally. Roughly. Maybe a little slower. But if you were if you're playing as Snake here, and you're in the battle dress, you are moving at a crawl, essentially.
It's bad.
The upswing to this is that the battle dress allows you to take less damage. So there's that trade-off. It also allows you to carry one extra weapon.
Oh, and we're under alert.
Yep.
And we have no
This
choice
is-
over that.
Yeah, no, this is just forced. Everyone knows where exactly you are. There's no dropping the alert or anything. It's just you gotta make this run. So it's gonna be a lot of running and gunning.
We're trying to stay somewhat close together. He just threw a grenade, didn't he? Oh, he missed. It's okay. We're gonna try and stay somewhat close together so our health bars are combined. So if one of us, like me being the lead right now, cops more, Python Sergeant can literally pay for my mistakes with his life.
It shouldn't happen, but it's just something to watch out for. And he does have to come back and save me, but for co-op, we typically play with the rescue box, which is another one of those boxes. The advantage to that in co-op is he can slurp me up into his box and
Oh god, that's
instantly recover me. What would you describe it?
It's an ambulance box. Problem solved. Alright, don't fire a rocket at this dude and kill me again.
Okay.
Yeah, that is something of a danger.
Oh, you have the... Why do you have the Fulton launcher?
I think my stealth suit wasn't spec'd right.
Oh.
Wait, do you have a rocket launcher for the helicopter?
Nope.
Luckily
I'll
I
get on
do.
the turret.
I got it,
I'll
it's
get on
okay.
the turret.
I have a rocket launcher for the turret. Also, this room is a perfect example for shotgun range, and I will show this off in all of its glory.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This one's good.
There's also a legendary RPG sniper here, so we'll see what happens.
Alright, 1, 2.
So yeah.
I missed the third one, but it's okay. So, this is all our explosions. Ignore the lag.
This is actually a fairly neat thing that Peace Walker did in that.
I got bodied.
Ooh.
You need me to come back?
No, I'm fine. I lived. I just got bodied.
Alright, just making sure.
So yeah, this is fairly neat. This was originally a PSP game, and despite the fact that it's only in this one area, they did actually program in slightly destructible environments so that you could actually make cover as you're running through that trench.
Alright. Yeah, that rocket launcher guy, he is literally Chris Kyle with a rocket launcher. I swear.
Do you got behind us?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
The pace is looking really good. They'll finish within the next 10 minutes easily.
Plus the
This mission-
incentive.
Yeah, it's this mission and 2 more. And the second one after this is pretty much just
Wow,
waiting
the
for-
kidnapper killed literally 0 of them.
Nice.
So yeah, this last screen, well, this isn't the last screen, but this is the last of the chase screens as it kind of is. It's fairly
Watch my screen! Oh shit, don't die!
No, I got curry equipped. I do have healing equipped.
well, alright then, that happened.
You didn't use the elevator before we did you?
I was healing. Sorry, usually you get there first. Usually you
I-
don't get launched into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Alright.
we each have a job in this room. Usually they're separate but instead old mate here buggered up and doesn't have a rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
So
So,
I'm just gonna clean guards up.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is basically a last stand sort of map. You have to take out a helicopter and a battalion of guards, basically. There's like 7 or 8 of them, all scattered around, trying to kill you. But it's actually really gentle on co-op, because, again, you can split the responsibility. You can see Erie's trying to take out the chopper with the rocket launcher, and...
I have the
Sergeant-
wrong rocket launcher too.
I noticed.
I don't
But,
usually do this job. Down she goes. Wait, no, it takes more with this one.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's one more.
There, I'm pretty sure she's dead now. Yep, down she goes.
As long as Heaven's Divide doesn't play.
Yeah.
Yep, and so once everything on the screen is dead or otherwise incapacitated, this silo door there will open up, and the last 5 guards of the map will pour out, which I don't think you guys are done yet. You got
Yeah,
one
I think
screaming
we
somewhere.
missed someone.
You got someone screaming somewhere.
Got him.
Wow.
You're terrible. This is why
I
you
hit
shoot.
him directly.
This is why you shoot the you monster.
So yeah, now the gate will open up and the last 5 guys will pour on out to meet you. Simple enough matter to take them out and move on. And that's the end of this mission. It's an incredibly stressful mission if you're not like.
This mission is
overpowered.
hard. This is really that mission is genuinely difficult. Solo new game. Because you don't have a whole lot of healing. You don't have infinite ammo. You probably only have maybe the Carl Gustav and an LMG. So, yeah. So,
But-
yeah, for pace, we got one more mission. And, so,
Well,
well,
2.
yeah. So, the thing with co-op in this game is they thought it'd be a really cool idea to throw in some co-op based weaponry. And
Super co-op.
super
based
co-op weaponry. And so, after a quick change of my outfit, you will get to see one of them. One of them also allows you to throw your friends at people, so...
He's
We-
not kidding.
Thank you for the extra enemies extracted pop-up I didn't expect. And yeah,
Sorry.
you can legitimately send your friends flying into things with... Well, you need 4 people for that, but it can be done.
I'm just glad I didn't send you to Mother Base with guys to discharge.
Oh yeah, because no, I, in case somehow that happened, I made sure I had room in Mother Base for people.
Nice.
I was prepared.
Good, good.
So this is
Not briefing files. We don't want to speak to Miller.
this is in essence the final mission. This is the final boss fight against Peace Walker, and normally this is a very, very long mission, but it's not going to take too long.
Yeah.
I think these guys can handle this.
So to put it in perspective of how long this mission is meant
Ooh.
to be, you need to
Erie,
finish.
1 or
this-
2. 1 or 2.
What are you talking about?
Rail.
Oh, probably 1.
Okay. Sorry. Need to know. Continue.
So yeah, so to put in essence of how long this boss fight is meant to be, to get an S rank on this boss, you need to do it in under 12 minutes and 10 seconds or something like that.
Are you sure? I think it's under like 25.
No,
but
it's
it might be under 12.
It's under 12. And it's a struggle to do that in New Game Solo, because Peace
Yeah.
Walker really is a bullet sponge or a rocket sponge.
Yeah. When you're first playing this game and you're like, I want to S rank all of these missions, this mission is where you're really gonna see the difference of.
Don't walk
okay,
too
I
far.
do know-
You're gonna take me. Yeah, slow down.
This is.
I
where
walk
you'll
significantly
really see-
slow. I'm gonna walk. I'm walking significantly slower because Dynamo.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, that's bad.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'll make up for this.
So, okay.
It's gonna jump.
What Sarge is trying to do is he's trying to aim for that AI pod because, like all the other AI weapons, the AI pod is the weak spot.
Got it. We're good.
And these guys are using the railgun, or rather, the super co-op weapon railgun, and it does incredible amounts of damage if you can charge it to its maximum level.
Yep.
As you can see, they really just chunked this thing's health bar down to nothing in no time.
Yep. The
So-
first hit was supposed to have done that, but Peace Walker's legs its hitbox is a little larger than it looks, and unfortunately I hit the leg, which is my fault. It's not an excuse for the game.
It happens.
It just happens. Yeah. We had a really good recovery again. This run has been 90% good recoveries.
As marathons go. So
Well-
Peace Walker is done with life. She's face grounded. And Sarge, do you want to equip some C4 for the next mission?
Yeah, I can do that. I
Fantastic.
can
know, I've
do
heard-
that.
I've heard of headbanging, but that's taken it a little far.
It really is. Do I have a camera? I was gonna make a joke for this, but I just forgot to. So yeah, Peace Walker is for all, you know, angles of imagination dead. She is still sending fake nuclear signals to America and to Russia that they're both trying to nuke each other. They're freaking out. We have to pull some boards. This is just a bit of a race that we do between ourselves.
Yeah.
So the game actually starts Snake off, or your character, in front of pylon C, but it starts your cursor off on pylon C, or sorry, D. So in order to do this optimally, you really, really want to make sure you put your cursor over to C so that you're not like immediately sidling over. It just saves a couple of seconds of animation time.
Now, immediately sidling over is faster than what this game really likes to do for some reason is double inputs when you are moving left and right on these boards. So going over to B instead is a far worse option out of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how often that happens to you, Python, but it happens to me a lot. I get double inputs on this.
It's a fair amount, yeah. So while these guys are doing this, if you are at all interested in doing any sort of Metal Gear speedrunning shenanigans, including this game and this category, I implore you to visit us over at our website, metalgearspeedrunners.com, where you can find a whole lot of resources, including a wiki and a Discord server. You know, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, and we cater for literally every Metal Gear game ever released, except for that one that was on Nokia N-Gage because no one can play it anymore. So yeah, anything from the MSX to the NES to the PS1, 2, 3, 4, Xbox One, you name it. Except for Rising. We have stuff for Rising. I used to run that game. I don't anymore. But yeah, it's a great bunch of guys over there. You know, Python. We'll help you out if you want to learn.
Yep. I'd help you, but no one wants to learn MGS4, so.
I wonder.
I beat you, and I didn't even do. I pulled it.
I got a 226 on the final.
I literally pulled it as the screen faded to white.
I feel like
It literally saves you 0.3 of a second at the start, it seems.
So that is Peace Walker Battle 2 finished. That is the second to last mission. They've got one.
Oh
more to go
no,
before credits
Whale.
roll.
Whale, we're not done yet. We are
Yeah,
not.
one more to go. You see, the credits ain't rolling yet, so they ain't done. There's more. One final mission.
It's also
And,
pointless.
The way I hear it, they've got something planned for you guys.
It's not pointless. There's a wonderful thing to show.
Hey Sarge, where's the camera located? Is it a weapon or an item?
That's an item.
Do I not have it?
I
don't seem to have it. But I should have it.
Yeah, I
Because
think everyone has it.
Is it under?
It's under equipment. You're just not scrolling through all of it.
No, I am. I really am. Oh, it doesn't matter. I was gonna make a joke, but it's all good.
Yeah, if you're not used to looking for stuff in this game and you have everything, it could get lost in there. For sure.
Yeah, anyway, so I hope you equipped the bikini, by the way.
Yeah, that's what
Perfect.
my C4's on, buddy.
Perfect.
I actually happen to have C4 on me because I did the previous run.
Oh, right, yeah. So, this next mission is the epitome of a time waster. It serves no purpose. The idea of the mission is that you just unload, you know, everything you've got into an already, like, dead Peace Walker. Just think of that, like, Simpsons episode, like, stop it, he's already dead. The game wants you to do that. However, after a certain amount of time, and also there is no damage threshold, it'll just look like it's taking damage. After a certain amount of time, Peace Walker will self-destruct, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, time is when the game fades to black from this. We will let you know, though.
Yeah, the optimal strat here. You might think you need to do stuff, but no. The optimal strat is to do nothing because
Look at her
lag frames
go.
just-
Look at that fantastic... Look at that. I was going to take photos of it. I was going to take photos of this walk. However, I couldn't find the camera, and so forever, those photos would actually be saved on the SSD of my PS3.
You know, funny enough, that rocket launcher actually kind of looks like a camera when you're aiming it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
does.
that's
It's really well decision there. Oh,
enough walking for you, young lady. We've walked with peace, now we must go with maximum destruction. Alright, well I guess I can show you what the rescue box looks like now.
no, 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 don't do. Oh. And I'm okay.
And yes, it does make ambulance noises.
Wait, I'm gonna co-op with you.
Let's go. Now she'll just stick to me.
This is what true teamwork looks like.
Oh, if you want to see how your character will never stun rod the boss,
Go nuts. Why do you even have the stun rod?
everyone
It's
has the
out.
stun rod.
It's automatically equipped. It's
So-
Oh wow, she just literally misses.
If you aim up, she purposely doesn't swing at.
I wasn't even anywhere near you, but whatever.
So yeah.
Oh,
for all
Peace
intents and
Walker.
purposes,
Peace Walker, calm down, girl. What are you doing? Don't do that. Stop leaking. Oh dear, that almost fell on me.
And time.
Oh, well that's time.
all right, GG, gentlemen.
So, I submitted a bit of a silly thing about max voltage torture, and it was at 2 hours on the dot, by the way.
Yeah, well, I got 159.59, but same thing.
Well,
Yep,
I
yep.
was yeah. So some people paid to see some torture, and I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep. And
I've-
now you get to see me do what Erie did earlier.
But poorly, because he can't really do it.
I have a 66% success rate.
That doesn't inspire much confidence.
I have a 70,000% rate.
Hey,
That
Python,
sounds fake.
Python,
Yes, that's
sing a song.
sing a song. Sorry, but that wasn't a donation incentive.
I could have asked him, but unfortunately, he did it for another event after I'd already submitted for this one, and so I didn't think to ask him beforehand.
Snake, you still
That
here?
and it's already kind of 4 in the morning. Yeah,
It's
no.
only 4 in the morning somewhere.
Well, it's only 8:20 in the afternoon for me here, so I don't see why you're making excuses. Alright, so my hands are sweaty, so if I drop my controller like I did in practice, pretend you didn't see it. I would
I'm
put
just waiting for you to host.
I would put it on my desk, except my desk is not that stable
I hope
for mashing things on. There
So,
is no
during
8:20 in the afternoon. No one asked you, Humphrey.
So in the
Stop.
torture escape mission, you might have noticed that Erie pushed the left buttons, the 2 on the left, that is, and you might have also noticed that there's 2 on the right with arrows on them. Now, what's going to happen here is that Sarge is going to have to go. He's going to have to make his way into that control room. Except this time, pay no attention to the left side. It's all on that right side, baby.
And this is put in exclusively to annoy your friends. Like, there's no other good reason for this to exist other than to troll people. You can also turn it down, which makes it so trivial.
And also doesn't make sense considering you can just end it
Yeah, like
before
it's...
it even begins.
But the funny thing is you can turn it up and down at will, so you can, like, really annoy some people. Funnily enough, Strangelove doesn't seem to notice. because
It's a
she's
shame that Erie's not on the Japanese version, which is a far superior voice line for this section.
no.
So fun fact, I saw it on eBay the other day for really cheap, and I really almost imported the Japanese version.
I didn't defect.
Alright, so I'm gonna wait for Sarge to tell me when he's pressed the button, so you get the whole... Yeah, this is incentive now, DP. You've messed that up already.
Going to be
I did not mess anything
your
up.
country or loyalty
You
to
have.
me,
Oh my...
Wow.
Python, he's fired.
mission or your belief.
I didn't mess anything up.
Anyway, I'm the only one that's practiced that in his defense. So, as long as he gets here before the torture actually starts, then technically the incentive is being done.
Ooh. Okay.
Coldman's greed does
What?
not concern me. I'm only interested in one thing.
Okie dokie. Let's go.
That's interesting. Huh.
So there is 3 torture segments. And they are all interrupted by cutscenes intended to give the player a break.
Yeah, there's 3 sessions, each divided by cutscenes. This is actually a fairly tough torture sequence to begin with, because they last a while. So some people might know from Metal Gear Solid 2 how that torture on European Extreme on the PST versions was about 65 seconds or so. This is roughly the same amount of time, give or take.
I think I was saved by a magic pixel.
This is roughly the same amount of time as what, by the way?
Yeah, this torture is roughly the same amount of time, and by increasing the voltage, it pretty much, it almost puts it on the same level.
It's about 8, from what I measured, it's about 8 presses a minute to not die. 8 presses a minute. Wow, that'd be easy. 8 presses a second to not die.
Alright.
If you
and
want to
with
keep
that,
above orange health, it's about 9. But
with that,
yeah, we're done.
Peace
That's Peace Walker.
Peace Walker and the incentive. So this mission's also it's messed up because I didn't free him. So we're probably not gonna finish this. 'cause
Yeah,
we're not gonna
it's all good. That's we'll throw it back over to you, Humphrey.
Yep. Thanks so much.
Fantastic run, guys. Thanks for keeping me at least entertained while I while away my